So I just got through watching a video about Remy Ma, Papoose, and Claressa. Very interesting video. Very, very, very interesting commentary. So, as of late, as far as we know anyway, Claressa and Papoose are still together, even though Papoose is still legally married to Remy Ma because he refuses to get the divorce, be on board with the divorce. Okay. For me, that says a lot. All right. Bottom line, the commentary was about Claressa being used by Papoose, okay? That he doesn't really love her, doesn't even really like her. And they gave the video OP showed some examples. For one, that they were at a party or somewhere, and Claressa was, she was kind of like on, she was in front of him and in a pose where he could hug her. And not only, I don't think I saw him hugging her, but she tried to kiss him and he wouldn't kiss her. Okay. All right. They're also talking about how, other little things that as women we tend to overlook when we think we're in love or we think we have, quote unquote, the one. That Papoose is just showing her how he really feels. All right. So I'm going to say this. Remy Ma and Papoose were one of my favorite couples. All right. Angela Bassett and her husband, my favorite couple. All right. Denzel Washington and his wife, my favorite. And so forth. Because there's more. All right. I just can't think of them right now. But these two, Remy Ma and Papoose, were my favorite. He waited for her when she went to jail for 6 or 8 years? When he got out, he went to her no matter who he was messing with during that time. He came straight back to her. He looked like he was his most happiest with her. He seemed like he was a fan of hers. Okay? She was his fan, not the opposite. All right. Like I said, they were my favorite couple. They had been together for 20 years, and then all this mess went down. I am not gonna say I'm not gonna lie. I was upset about that because, like I said, they were my favorite couple. Hollywood, celebrity couple, and everything went downhill. So people are saying that now that he's with Claressa, that he doesn't have that same type of energy that seems happy and very proud and stuff like that. But Claressa talks about him like he's all that and a bag of chips. I heard that she even gave him the props for her successful career. Now okay. So she's always online pumping up her man Papoose, pumping him up, but he does not do the same for her. Papoose is her fan. Now, we know that Claressa is worth millions. She just signed another multi-million-dollar deal to box. The woman is, you can say super rich. Papoose is not on her level at all. And we have seen the results. What happens when rich women get with men who are below her tax bracket. And I'm talking about way, way below. He's probably 100,000 there, and she's a multi-millionaire. You got too much to lose as a female, and most likely you lose. Okay, moving on. All right, so the thing is about making a man your fan is that it usually doesn't work out in the benefit of the woman. Now, when the woman is the man's fan, it tends to work out more where the man is more into that woman. He really likes that woman. He shows it. He'll tell the world, let the world know this is mine. She's mine. You know what I'm saying? Over and over again. All right. You know he's really feeling and probably most likely in love with that woman when she is his fan and not the other way around. Now, they said a lot more about Claressa concerning her relationship with men. First of all, she's in a relationship with a man who's still legally married. I give her some room because at least his wife tried to divorce him, and he wouldn't divorce her. He wouldn't cooperate. But at the same time, that's messy, and that only shows that he's still in love with Remy Ma. He won't divorce her. They could easily get back together and still be married. They might just renew their vows. They don't have to get married again because they divorced. He's still married. So that just all counts against Claressa. But I heard that she does things like this. She has a reputation now. I just heard it the first time, not too long ago, that she has a reputation for getting with other women's boyfriends and men. And before she does it, they say that she, cozies up to the woman, to the girlfriend or the wife, and then next thing you know, she's in bed with their men. Now, I don't know how true that is, but it's true when it comes to Remy Ma, because I heard that before her and Papoose got together, that she was in Remy Ma's DMs asking her for style advice, beauty advice, all right, which is great. That's what you're supposed to do. If a sister got some exceptional style, women who are looking to upgrade their style, it makes sense that you confer with her. So she's asking for this lady advice where it pertains to upgrading her beauty and her style. Next thing you know, she's with this woman's husband. Okay. I could go on and on about the things that were being said. Of course, Remy Ma and Papoose's relationship wasn't perfect. There were charges of infidelity and so forth. Okay, nobody's relationship is perfect. People make mistakes. People do wrong, but there's always room for reconciliation and forgiveness. It depends on if the couples are willing to take it there and just let certain things go. All right, I'm gonna say this about women. Most of our women, I'm gonna talk about Black American women because those are the only ones that I can talk about. I'm not sure about other women. Most of our women seem to not know their worth. A lot of us, too many of us, seem to not know our worth and don't have the healthiest self-esteem. I could make a whole other video as to why this is. There's a reason for this. So many things have happened. There is a reason. Okay? So, I figured this damn market was going to be closed or whatever. It's kind of early. So I'm going to say this. Because you don't know your self-worth and don't have the best of self-esteem, you don't know or understand your power just on the strength of you being a woman. A woman and a man could gain wealth. You can gain wealth from a woman's uterus alone. Okay, let me say that again. People can gain wealth, I'm going to say this, out of a woman's uterus all by itself. Look at the phenomena called pimping. All right, you know what I'm saying. A woman's coochie can make you and her rich. That's not the only value that women have, of course. I'm just saying that's one of the major assets to wealth that can be gotten from a woman. Now, I know there are male prostitutes, all right. They are the exception to the rules. Even they can't do it like a woman, baby. All right. Women have to be very careful because we are portals. We're portals in every respect. We are portals emotionally, physically, and energetically. Very powerful, but very vulnerable to all kinds of danger. It makes us a target, especially by men, but not only men, but other women. You're a target, period. And don't let the face and body behind that portal be pleasing to the eyes. Triple trouble. You're in trouble. So you have to protect yourself. And can nobody protect a woman better than she can protect herself? Now, I'm not saying we don't need protection. That's a lie. But you got to be vigilant when it comes to your own protection. All right. Very powerful instrument, a woman. All right. So some men, I'm pretty sure, are going to come in here and say, shoot, man built the world. They built all these streets. They did this and that and the third and the fourth. And they blah, 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 and blah. They built these high rises and dams, and they build, baby. We wouldn't have nothing if it had not have been for a woman's portal. Don't you ever forget that we gave birth to the men who built all this physical infrastructure. We gave birth to you, baby. And if we didn't give birth to you, this stuff wouldn't exist because you wouldn't be able to do it. Very powerful instrument in front of you, and men take advantage of that. They take advantage of that. I think today, maybe it has always been like this, but especially today, a lot of men are jealous of a woman's power. Either directly, indirectly, and both. Jealous of that power. I don't think that men, even especially on a individual level, don't even like women like they used to. All right, they don't even like women. And on a higher level, now I'm talking about the rule and the exception. As a rule, they never have. They never have. They took power from the ancient women who were the first power brokers on this earth. All the original gods used to be female. There was no such thing as a male god in ancient times. They had to do so many terrible things to destroy the mother and her female children. Her female children's rule on this earth. They did so many horrible things. The witch hunts, mass genocide, mass rapes, mass everything. They had to demonize women's natural ability to heal ourselves and those around us. They had to demonize everything about us to destroy us and bring us to the point where we are today. All right. So it took hundreds of years of bloody warfare to get against women to knock us off our throne. But you are yet and still very powerful. Extremely powerful. You're still a wealth magnet. Just you all by yourself, butt naked. You are a wealth magnet just because you are. And this is what obviously Claressa does not understand. Okay? And so many of them like her. All right? Because you should never be a man's, or you should never see a man or let a man be your fan. You should never do that. You're wide open to be used and degraded sexually, emotionally, monetarily, and etc. And that's what it seems like this man is doing to her, because it seems like I don't see the same Papoose with Claressa that I saw with Remy, my baby. I don't see that same Papoose. The Papoose with Remy Ma was him adoring her. He was her fan. Now it's just the opposite. Just like they were saying, I believe the young woman is being used. Women, please read books like When God Was a Woman. Start there and then find other books that talk about women in our ancient, present, and present form, our historical reality as a group of beings, what we had, our powers that we had, authority that we had, what happened, why we don't have it today, and what we must do to regain it so there will be no more Claressas. Okay? When women allow the man to be the giver and the protector, when she demands that he be economically ambitious, or I'm gonna withhold my precious box from you, men, they will comply for the betterment of you, civilization, the family, and themselves. They'll be happy themselves. But see, we lost that knowledge, okay? We lost how to do that. We now just go on what we feel and how we love, and that has become our downfall, because we're natural nurturers anyway, all right? But we're not natural fools. Something made us natural fools, all right? So I just want to encourage sisters, all right, to work on your self-esteem, see yourself as worthy. I don't care what you look like, how you look, your weight, your station in life, okay? We need to build this up within ourselves, because we are the powerful. We are the gateways to this. We are the gateway to this earth. Nothing get here. Nothing human anyway. 100% human can get here, but through us. That's power within itself, and we need to recognize that and put ourselves back on the throne. Thank y'all for listening to this video. Please like and share. Please support the channel, subscribe. More to come. Peace.